Arkansas's primary election day is in less than 2 weeks. I talked with Professor Andrew Dowdle with the University of Arkansas. He told me the timing of the votes and the fact that there's no clear frontrunner in the Democratic primary gives Arkansas a lot of influence in picking that party's 2020 nominee.
The state of Arkansas is going relatively early in the process. There have been some years that Arkansas really hasn't ended up having their primaries until the later part of spring, so at that point the nominee is usually chosen.
Arkansas has open primaries for registered voters. That means you can show up and ask for a Democratic, Republican, or nonpartisan ballot at your polling site. Dowdle says this year there isn't a major candidate in either of the two largest parties that has obvious ties to Arkansas.
Well, one of the things that's fascinating is for really about the first time in 30 years, there's not a candidate that has a connection to the state of Arkansas.
Usually, fewer people vote in primaries than in the general election, but activists in both parties tell me they need people to get out and vote.
As we saw with Amy Klobuchar and Beto O'Rourke coming here in August, it's clearly very important to win Arkansas voters, and with a race as split as this one is, every single delegate will matter, and that's why Arkansas voters shouldn't sit at home and they should know that their vote is important.
It's important for Republicans to hit the polls because this is our time to show your principles as a Republican or as an independent. You know, you need to do your research on your candidates and make sure you're voting for somebody that represents your principles.
Bottom line, the results of Arkansas and the rest of the Super Tuesday states could show us a lot about who will emerge from the pack in the Democratic Party.
Super Tuesday states on March 3rd. The group of states in which Arkansas is going to be having a primary on that date should be really important, if not decisive, in terms of deciding who the nominee is going to be.
There are still several days of early voting that you can participate in before Super Tuesday. To learn where and when, you can visit our website, 4029tv.com. Live here in studio, Cole Zimmerman, 4029 News.